Welcome to St. Louis and St. Louis University's Atlantic 10 women's basketball preseason preview. I'm joined here by head coach Lisa Stone. Lisa beginning her 7th year at St. Louis University, her 33rd in college basketball. Last year, she reached the 600-win plateau. The Billikens finished 17-16, 9-7 in the A10, and earned their third straight WNIT tournament bid. Lisa, you ready to get this season started?
I'm always ready. I'm born ready. You know, I'm not getting any younger, but I feel younger. I'm inspired by this team and looking forward to a great year ahead.
One of the key questions everybody wants to ask is life after Jackie Kemp. Are you ready for that?
I am, you know, and what a blessing it was to be able to coach her along with the rest of the seniors that left us last year. And Jackie left her mark, you know, A10 Player of the Year twice, all-time leading scorer, leader in assists and points. That's hard to do when you can lead your team in scoring and assists when you can't pass to yourself. So it is. What is life after Jackie Kemp? Well, life is the fact that we have 5 great freshmen. Kaija Harbison is nearing an opportunity to. Don't have any lineups in yet, but she is a very skilled, nice young little freshman point guard that has some big shoes to fill. But it's not just her. We have a collective effort. Our team understands that we need everybody. Our philosophy is team first, and in the team first realm, you know, and identity on a daily basis, we understand that we're not one-dimensional. We need everybody. We have to execute well. We need freshmen to step up. We need upperclassmen like Jordyn Frantz to carry the load. We need Kerri McMahan. I know you'll visit with them later. She has done a great job as a vocal leader. We have little pieces of the puzzle that we need to put together and really rely on each other, hence the team first philosophy.
What about that leadership? Because you not only lost Jackie, as you mentioned, you lost, 5 other seniors last year.
Right.
Is that leadership group ready to take over?
It really is. I think Jordyn and Kerri have done a great job leading this team in the off-season, in the summer. They've made sure that the freshmen feel comfortable. They've made that transition very, very smooth from on the court to off the court. It's an electric group. They're very confident together. Kerri and Jordyn are 2 different kind of leaders, but blended together are terrific. You know, you've got a mother hen off the court, and you've got a young lady, Kerri McMahan, that wants to go into coaching on the court. So you blend that together. It's really a nice mix. And those 2 understand the talent that we have in this freshman class. It's one of the highest ranked classes we've ever had here. But again, with that comes some expectations, but also some patience. You know, as a 33-year, entering my 33rd season, freshmen, they take years off my life in a good way, where it's not, I don't feel older, they make me feel young. They come in dancing and energetic and wanting to learn and thirsty for more, along with great leadership with Jordyn and Kerri. It's been a joy. It's been a true joy. We're excited about the year, and you know, we'll go under the radar, people, because we don't have Jackie Kemp anymore to rely on. But we have a great team with great chemistry and 2 leaders that have really taken the freshmen under the wing.
And you also have maybe the most difficult pre-conference schedule you've ever had.
It is, and a lot of people may have thought that we should have done it last year with 6 seniors, but you know, sometimes with the young group, they don't know any better. And you know, obviously the big game on the schedule is the UConn game and the Missouri game back to back. It's a big pivotal week for us, certainly, to see where you measure up against the very best of the best. And why not? It's going to be great for women's basketball. It's great for our program. It's great for St. Louis. And to have, in my hopes, the first ever, if not back-to-back, if not first ever sellout, maybe back-to-back sellouts. Bring people in to watch these fine women compete on a national stage and prepare us for the A10. I mean, if there's a way to prepare, this is how to do it. So, again, it is challenging, but we need to challenge ourselves. We're not going to hide behind our schedule or hide behind anybody. We're going to try to get better every day and prepare ourselves to do what's not been done here. An NCAA tournament has never happened here. And we have a class and a group and returners and newcomers that are like, why don't we make our own story? The group that left last year they made history in every way, shape, or form. 3 back-to-back postseasons. Never had an A10 player of the week, let alone a player of the year, and knocked down a lot of milestones there. There's unwritten history. that this group really would like to be a part of.
So talk about the Atlantic 10 Conference this year. Who are going to be the giants you're going to have to slay?
Well, and I think it goes without saying, just from their seniority and the team that actually will be hosting the conference tournament championship there is Duquesne. Duquesne returns pretty much their entire lineup. They're a very, very good team. They've done well. They'll be the front runner, in my opinion. Dayton, you can always count on having a great team, and their history, their tradition is certainly what is a staple for them. Fordham, I always think Fordham is going to be a very, very. Gurmees Davis is gone. There's some really big names in the league that are gone, but there's great names coming back, and I think there's a lot of teams that will battle for that top spot. Is there a total front runner? I'm not sure, but I think I would pick those three as the top three in my opinion. But everybody in the league has great coaches. There's really good players on every single team. I think there's teams that didn't do as well as they wanted last year that have a chip on their shoulder with something to prove this year. We're one of them. And, it's who stays healthy, who stays together, and who plays the way they need to play when it counts.
And the Billikens open their exhibition season November 2nd against Illinois Springfield. Their season opener is November 9th at Eastern Kentucky. And then a fun game to begin to have your home opener, Indiana State, on November 13th. That's always one of those fun ways to really get into the pre-conference season with what's become a pretty good rivalry.
It is a good rivalry, and they're not right down the road. And non-conference scheduling you might play on a Sunday and a Tuesday, and a Saturday and a Monday. I mean, it's all over the board, and part of that is enduring that test. You're going to be tested not only by your opponents, but also by the travel, by back-to-back games, by little preparation, by recovery time. All of those things with a young team are as important as pretty much anything else. I mean, it is a understanding of rest, recovery, hydration, nutrition, all of that goes into what happens in the next game. We're on the road the first game. It's a 5 or 6 hour bus ride over there. We'll head on over, and it's always fun the first few games because if you have that, you can bottle that energy up for those first few games for like that February 20th game somewhere down the road where it's kind of becoming a grind. Bottle up that energy, and I think with this freshman class they will. They'll be all excited to get on bus and watch movies and have all that fun stuff and team bonding, and then to come back home against a formidable foe. Indiana State's always been a team that's been a stickler for us. They are under new direction this year. They have a new head coach, and she'll do a nice job. She's an assistant from Toledo that's done very well. But again, our non-conference slate offers obviously some big-time power conferences, power teams with UConn and Missouri, Cincinnati. You can go right down the list. We're playing the Virginia tournament. We're going to play against my old buddy Jim Jaber down at Florida Atlantic. So our conference has some tournaments involved, some powerhouses, some road trips, some home games. All of those things are part of preparing your team for the length of the A-10 conference season, as well as playing maybe a few games in a row in the conference tournament, and then hopefully having that opportunity to see your name up on the bracket when it comes to Beast Selection Monday.
And remember that conference tournament begins Tuesday, March 5th with 6 first-round games at campus sites. And then they move to Duquesne University for the quarterfinals through the championship, March 8th through the 10th in 2019. Coach Lisa Stone, thank you very much, and good luck on what's going to be an exciting season.
It's going to be a great season. I'm really excited. Thanks so much, and go Billikens!
Welcome to St. Louis and St. Louis University's Atlantic 10 preseason preview. I'm Brian Kelly, along with a couple of the Billikens seniors, Kerri McMahan from Novi, Michigan, and from Wakarusa, Indiana, Jordyn Frantz. So, Jordyn, you played 3 years with Jackie Kemp, and of course the question around the conference is going to be, what about the Billikens post-Jackie Kemp? What's your answer to that?
I just think Jackie was a great player. She did great things for the program, but this year it's just different. We have to find a way to have more than one scorer. We find a way, and we have a bunch of new faces, so it'll be just a completely different look for our team this year, which I don't think teams will expect.
And Kerri McMahan, you are one of the seniors now, so you are one of the leaders now. Talk about that role and how you plan on playing that role.
Yeah, it's a little different, year by year. This year we have so many, newcomers coming in. We have 5 freshmen, and Miriama, who's a transfer. Amber was a transfer last year that's eligible to play this year. So really, it's just, you want to go into every day hoping that you get a little bit better and you take a step forward, and whatever that may be. So whether, the freshmen get more comfortable with the offense or they learn a set in one day, or they're more disciplined on defense in the next practice, then you take that as a victory. And every practice, every day, you're just kind of hoping everybody takes a step forward.
And Jordyn, how do you see you playing that leadership role on what is a young team?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of teaching. It's a lot of like being there answering questions. Like we both have taken on the leadership role. We both do it a little differently. Where like Kerri's the more vocal, like she'll like teach and she'll do that, and then I'll help kind of on the sidelines, like when they have a question. So it's been really good tag teaming it. We both have different leadership styles, and it's been working really well. So.
Do you kind of relish that role after being the underclassman for 3 years, and now it's your team. You're the seniors.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I don't think either one of us is going to say it's our team. It's our team. It's not my team. It's not Jordyn's
Right.
team. It's the St. Louis Billikens. And that's what I think we're so excited about this year is that everyone feels like they're important in some way or another. Everyone, I think, is really, going to find their role and they're going to run with it. So neither one of us thinks that we're going to be the end-all be-all.
Right.
I'm not going to drop 20 points a game. I would love to, and so would Coach, but that's just not going to happen. I am who I am. I'm going to be a hard-nosed defensive player. I'm going to do the little things, and Jordyn's going to knock down a bunch of open threes and be a solid defender for us as well. And everybody else is going to find their role, and they're just going to run with it.
I think what's special about this team too is everybody has bought in. Like we've bought in, or we've emphasized creating a culture of like together, like we over me, I think is our next chapter in the book we're reading. But like everybody has bought into the fact that this is a new culture and everybody's important and everybody has a role, and I think that's really important to have.
What kind of team will you be this year with a changeover, with the youth that you do have? What kind of team, what should we expect to see on the floor? First, Jordyn.
I just think we're going to be fast. We have a lot of athletic young kids who can run circles around people. So we'll definitely be a fast transition team, and just we're focusing a lot on being like aggressive on defense and being a more aggressive team than more like reacting. Last year I feel like we reacted a lot more on defense, and then we're going to kind of step out in front and be more aggressive on defense.
Kerri?
I think it's going to be a lot of energy. Like we've been saying, when you come in as a freshman, it's the big lights, it's the uniform you've been dreaming about since you committed, and it's just everyone's so excited, and I really think that their energy is carried over to everybody else, and obviously we're excited. It's our last year, so everyone's just so invested and excited to get on the court. I think there's going to be a lot of energy. I think there's going to be a lot of people doing the little things. I mean, we took 4 charges in a practice yesterday, which has never happened.
Right.
And it was great. Everyone got so excited about it, and even Coach noticed it. So I think we're going to do the little things. We're going to play with a lot of energy, and I think we're going to put a good product out on the floor this year.
Talk about exciting. Your non-conference schedule this year. You open up at home with Indiana State. That's kind of become a pretty good rivalry early in the season. Then you get Missouri and UConn at home as part of your non-conference. And you have others. You have tournaments. You have other games that, I don't know, I mean, you circle some on the calendar. You got a lot to circle. Talk about the excitement of that, Jordyn.
Well, I think like UConn and Mizzou coming here is just great for women's basketball in general. It's 2 like great teams competing, and I think UConn will bring a lot of fans here, and kind of it helps us. You can see what we can do. So I think it's really good to have a strong non-conference season because it just gets us ready for conference. So
Kerri, we're talking maybe back-to-back sellouts at Chaffetz Arena. That's pretty exciting.
That would be incredible. That would absolutely be something. It'd be great for our program. Over the last couple of years, we've really put a great product out on the floor. I think we'll be able to do it again. And, non-conference, it's important, obviously. You kind of want to build up that RPI, but at the end of the day, it's building you up for conference play. And, I think the big thing that our team should just focus on this year is getting better day by day. And, when the competition comes and game time tips off, don't hesitate. Just go out there and play with all you got.
And not to diss the Atlantic 10. You've got some great teams you have to face there. What are you looking for, Kerri, in conference?
Just another chance to play in the Atlantic 10, honestly. It's our last go-around playing in conference play, the last chance you get to chase a conference championship. And I don't care who we lost last year. I don't care how young we are. When you start conference play, everybody's record is 0-0, and you have the opportunity to chase down a banner. So
Jordyn?
It's something to be excited.
I agree. I think the non-conference is important. It's going to prepare us for conference, but again, it's 0-0 when conference starts, and I think we have a really good shot because we're a completely different team, so we're going to surprise some people.
Seniors Jordyn Frantz and Kerri McMahan, the Billikens open up their exhibition season on November 2nd against Illinois Springfield. Their first regular season game November 9th at Eastern Kentucky. And then their home opener is November 13th against Indiana State. And remember that the A10 women's basketball tournament begins on Tuesday, March 5th with 6 first-round games and then moves to Duquesne University for the quarterfinals through the championship March 8th through 10th, 2019.